What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Geek Fest Live. All right, I am your host, Mick Manhattan. As many of you know, probably none of you, you're all just joining for the first time, so hit that subscribe button. But for the ones who are joining back up, this is an open forum geek-tastic show where we're going to talk about fun stuff that's going on in the world of movies, television, and the things that we love. So as we go on, you guys join in. Let us know what you think. We're going to pull your comments up, things like that, talk about it. We have a lot to talk about tonight. And before I get to my special surprise, son of a gun. I pulled the wrong thing up. You saw it earlier, but here you go. All right, so we're going to talk about the new Scream movie. I do have a full review up now on our YouTube channel. You can check it out. It's spoiler-free. We're going to talk about Peacemaker. But we're not going to go too in-depth with Peacemaker because we do have a very special surprise coming up very soon. So join in the comments if you've seen it. Love to hear what you think. Got a Morbius rumor, and possible spoiler that we'll share. We're going to talk about the new Batgirl costume and what's going on in the DCEU. Moon Knight is getting a trailer. We're going to check out the teaser trailer for that now. Studio 666, which is the Foo Fighters' new horror movie that's coming out in February. Lots of stuff going on with Doctor Strange we're going to speculate about, and Wakanda Forever, and then we're going to get into some more stuff. So please join us. Let's have some fun. It's going to be a good time. Hope you guys are enjoying it, and you guys are staying groovy tonight. Let's see who joined up. Oh, AJ, what's going on, man? Good evening. How are you? Yeah, thank you, sir. Good evening to you, and I have a very special surprise for you, and that is I have a very special guest on the show tonight. You know him as my co-pilot on the magic carpet ride of the Snobs podcast. That's Mr. Casey Plot.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Geek Fest Live.
Hell yeah. This is the show where we get into it and we talk about all the stuff that we love. Yes. And we can be a little more tame, but not really.
Well, yeah, we get to actually stay on topic and discuss things as opposed to on our show when maybe we get a little off topic.
Yeah, we get
it.
Sometimes never a topic at all.
Yeah, even
we
worse.
Just talk.
Oh, man, I'm so excited to be here. Thank you, brother. Hanging out with you is always as exciting as an unwanted pregnancy test. It just gets my heart racing.
Oh man, we're gonna have a great time. AJ's here. AJ is always a very loyal friend and listener to the show, and we are so happy to have you here, man. Jason Taylor just messaged me and said, "Where's my live Snobs?" We're only on YouTube now. Everybody's looking for us on Facebook. Casey, I want to show you something I got.
Yes.
You know me and my pops, and AJ will
appreciate it
because he's a pop collector too.
Yo!
You got the giant-sized Joker '89 Batman.
Okay.
I don't want to take it out of the package. I love it.
I would not take it out of the package, bro. That's amazing. That's so cool. And, he's personally my favorite. That's my numero uno.
Oh, my God. It's so good. Yeah, listen, we were in the debate for that.
We were. It was a great time. B-Hero Fights. That was a blast.
Yeah, absolutely. Jason Taylor just joined up. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? So before we get into everything, I was showing off my Joker. I also got another big. I went to Time
That's not
Traveler.
A euphemism, by the way. See, he in fact has a giant Joker. It's not. It's not what you think it is.
I did get another big pop though. I went to Time Traveler and they had an out of the box pop, and that was the Deadpool X-Men edition. The big awesome one. I loved it. I got it. I was like, it's going to snow tomorrow. I need to stock up. And then rather than stock up on things I can eat or drink, I stocked up on pops.
I love that you went out to do that. I'm so sure your wife was stoked for you to return without milk or bread or any of the other things you went out for.
Babe, did you get the eggs? No, I got Mr. Fantastic.
Way cooler, babe.
I love it. She's very understanding. She's gonna leave me because of this, I know it. But
she's very understanding and she leaves.
But she is very understanding. And remember, everybody, it goes a long way. Hit that like button if you're watching at any point. It really helps us in the algorithm. We're trying to build to 1,000 so we can monetize. We're almost at 1,000 on TikTok,
which is awesome.
Yeah, we're at 884. So if you know anybody on TikTok, go join us over there. That's where we do most of our geek news every day, our daily geek news. Jay Sale says, yep, I was one of the assholes looking for you on Facebook. Nope, it's 2022. We've evolved.
Well, yeah, in our own broken way.
we're beyond the Facebook Live stuff.
We're like when Doomsday got shot with an extra load of radiation from a different sun and just got some new spikes out of his arm.
Yeah, yeah. I've just evolved. I'm good. AJ, I definitely want to check that out. Go over. I know you just joined up on the Facebook group, but also on the Discord, which I know you're on as well. We got the collections there. I would love to see pictures of your pop collection, man. So please post them. I would love to see them. So either one of those places would be great.
This is seriously like this is such a strong line. That would be so good to try to pick up someone while going for a date. Hey, you want to see my Joker collection? Huh?
But I would do it, and I'd put out
I would
to get to see it. I would. You know, man. I did get something else the other day. I went to Books A Million, and you'll appreciate this case.
Which one is
Crockett and Tubbs.
Oh, yes. I didn't even know that was an option. That's amazing.
I didn't know either. So I went, right? And I bought, and I'm like looking around, and I'm like, this is at Books A Million. They had a really cool collectors area. They have these really cool Marvel scenes, like comic book Marvel. They had Daredevil, they had Thor, they had Hawkeye, and they're like scenes from panels of the comic books. And they even have like the bases, like Thor has like a castle Wally's on and stuff.
Wow.
And it's very cool. It's like only $30. So they're figure-esque, but more for show than play.
That's pretty rad.
Like, I want those, but I went right over to, I checked out everything else, but I went right over to the Pops because once they had really big, really cool collection of Pops. But as soon as I saw Crockett and Tubbs.
No, I mean, come on.
And
that is the definition of cool that we grew up with, bro. Those guys and Lee Marvin. That was it.
They had the mini Stay Puft lighter.
Oh my gosh.
So for anybody who doesn't know, they only have 5 on the back here, but these are the 5 you can get anywhere. There are 10 in total. 5 of them are exclusives. And I have the 7-Eleven exclusive. I have the Baskin Robbins exclusive. I have the Spark exclusive from Target. I need to get the Funko Pop exclusive, which he's lifting weights, and it's a toothpick with 2 marshmallows. And I need to get the what was the other exclusive one? I'm drawing a blank now. Oh no, there's another exclusive I got to get to get everything all together.
I'm sure there's a network out there. Have you reached out to your contacts?
Oh, they're not that hard to find. It was funny because the 7-Eleven exclusive, I went to all the 7-Elevens here in Winchester, nothing. They didn't have any Pops. And then I called my brother and I was like, hey, Manassas has a 7-Eleven on literally every corner. I was like, can you just check and see? And I sent him a picture. I was like, can you check and see if they have this? Within 5 minutes, he was like in his car and it was on his dash. And he's like, got it for you. And I'm like, I knew it. I knew you would be able to find it somewhere in Manassas because that's a huge.
Well, Manassas just has way too many 7-Elevens.
Yeah. And he told me when I said it, he was like, yeah, I'll check every one, no problem. And I was like, you physically can't check every 7-Eleven in Manassas.
That would be your entire shift. That would turn into an 8-hour excursion of hitting every store.
I don't even know if that would be an 8-hour shift. That would be a week's worth of work. There's so many. I didn't even know you could have that many 7-Elevens in in that small of an area. But yeah, he found it within 5 minutes. I bet you he called because he's friends with a lot of these people because they're on his beat.
That's possible, but really, you just hit one of the main 3 on one of the main highways. There's 3 on the main highways that are the most populous that have the most stuff. They usually get the swag. So.
Jason says, I need to get on your screen chat Discord. Yes, because I don't think anybody's joined up on the screen chat Discord. And I want to hear it. It's on the Horror Snobs channel. So anybody who's a part of our Discord, you can go right to the Horror Snobs channel. And we're going to talk about horror movies right now. It's just Scream. So join in. I'd love to have a conversation.
Hi, what's up, friends?
Oh, did you see? So, guys, anybody who doesn't know, we are going to be doing Carolina Fear Fest again this year.
So excited.
Oh, we are, yeah. So last year, just in case you guys weren't aware, we did their internet side of things, doing all the online stuff. We hosted a show both days, 10 hours.
It was a lot. It was a long time, and we're going to be doing it again.
Yeah, it's in
Very
some
excited.
capacity. Yeah,
and a little more organized.
Oh, 100%. Way more organized. Because I think we all know what to expect now. Before, everybody was just kind of like, we need something.
Yep.
But we did all the online stuff, so we're doing all the online stuff again this year. We're gonna have some fun with it. But it is a really cool event, convention where they have film festival going, they have panels, vendors everywhere, they have celebrity guests, the whole nine. And they announced their first celebrity guest. DJ Qualls is going to be there, and I'm super excited to talk about Supernatural with DJ Qualls.
Yeah, that'll be fun. I know you're amped. I'm still like, all right, new guy. Like,
I love that movie. Yeah.
Love that movie, man.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about. He's been in so many things. I mean, Road Trip. Road Trip.
Road Trip was great. I mean, what was what the hell is the show with Jim Jeffries?
Oh my God, that was a great show.
That show, and it just brain farting so hard right now.
No, but it was Jim Jeffries' show, and he played the quadriplegic kid.
Yep.
Yeah, the new guy is so good, and it's so funny, and I want to talk about it. I hope they get Elijah Dushku too. Your head will explode.
Oh man, I'll be fine. I'll be cool. It'll be whatever.
No, Casey. Okay, so anybody who doesn't know, Casey is like the biggest Brian Krause fan because he's such a huge fan of Charmed from.
Well, yeah, he's awesome, man.
Oh yeah, I'm not. Listen, I'm so fortunate to meet him, and we became friendly with him. Casey more so, which was great. They've even hung out outside of that. So the best part was we're all sitting there, we're all chilling, we're all having a good time. He was a great interview to come in, and he was super nice all weekend talking to us.
Absolutely hilarious guy. Just what a fun dude.
Watching Casey's head because he's hanging out with Leo from Charmed. And now I tell you, before we did this, he always talked about Leo from Charmed. He always talked about Brian Krause. So it wasn't something new. So for Casey to become friends with Brian Krause, for me, was just like, this is amazing.
It was ridiculous. It was such a fun experience, and just one of the many cool experiences I had.
So
hanging out with everyone, that would be pretty wild.
Yeah, that would make your head explode even more.
Yeah, because I'm a huge Buffy fan.
Yeah, no, listen. There's nothing, and when I say this, there's no connotation of like sexual nature or anything.
No. Just as a fan, or just as a fan, man, like True Calling was great. I will fight for that show. You and I agree. We talked about that show. That was a good one. One of those that got canceled after 3 seasons. And she got really stuck, kind of shafted with those 2-season shows, True Calling, Dollhouse. There were a couple shows she kind of got screwed on.
Oh yeah, it was terrible. But I mean, I would love to see her at the convention, even just like a new guy reunion.
Right?
They did put up a hint, so you can follow Carolina Fear Fest everywhere. Go check it out; it's out there. So if you guys are interested in horror, things like that, like they got such a cool thing, and we're gonna go back and we're gonna do it up again and have a great time.
Yeah, their panels were amazing. They had a blast with the people they had, the independent filmmakers. It was so much fun to hang out and meet with them.
Dave Kerr, we became friends with Dave Kerr there, who did Bloody Summer Camp. But they hinted, there was a picture of Felissa Rose with one of their guests. And they said, on this, in this picture from last year is a hint to a guest that's going to be there this year. And everybody's like, Felissa Rose. But the guy on his shirt has Joe Bob.
Oh,
that would be cool.
That would be rad. Cool.
Yeah. So, and he's no stranger to the things, the
conventions. Yeah.
Conventions. And it's going to be fun because we met Paul there last year. We met Matt.
Yeah.
They already have hit us up and we're like, hey, listen, when you come down here, I want to go out to dinner with you. And like, yeah, I'm like, absolutely. It'll be fun. Let's do it. Let's get it up there.
Yeah. It'll be a great time, man. It was such a cool experience. And this time to be coming in with a little more understanding, a little more strength. We're going to be kicking ass, taking names, and having a blast. And you have a whole lot less of your body trying to kill itself. So I mean,
yeah, that's true. That's 100% true. And I have a goal. To lose a certain amount of weight by then, because this is Memorial Day weekend, and I want to get listen. When I say get in shape, I don't mean I'm going to look like my firefighter days. I mean
only limit yourself by your own choices and words.
In 6 months, there's no way.
In 6 months, you can look as good as you choose to.
I'm going from beached whale. I'm going to try to get down to like beached shark. And then maybe by the end of the year, beach sea lion. But we'll get there.
You know what? There you go. I believe in beach sea lion. You could get there 100%. Yeah.
I mean, and it's not a little shark. It's going to be a big shark.
No. I mean, I figure a whale shark.
Yeah. So I want to lose some weight because like you said, I'm not in pain. I had my surgeries after it last year, but I was in so much pain and such drag down because I had a staghorn kidney stone, for anybody who's watching now and didn't know. And if you don't know what it is, it's gnarly and it sucks. And I had the worst kind of it. So now that I'm not going to be like I'll be, knock on wood, pain free and be able to go and hang out, I'm super excited.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a blast doing that. It's going to be very cool.
But we got a lot of topics to get to. But before we do, I'd feel remiss if I didn't mention that we're also going to be working with the Horrific Hope Film Festival at the end of April 29th, April 30th, and May 1st. Here in Winchester, Virginia, we're going to be hosting the online portion on the 29th from 6 to midnight. It's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be doing a lot of fun things with horror movies, and it's a horror film festival that is also built around building awareness for mental health. Mm-hmm. And I'm super excited to be a part of it. I know Casey is too.
Oh, yeah.
So the Scene Snobs will be doing that. And then in person, the next 2 days after that, we'll be able to be there and hang out and stuff like that. So
yeah, it'll be great. And I mean, in horror and mental health, who would think those would go together?
More people should think about those going together.
I completely agree. So I'm very excited for us to be part of this, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Me too. All right. So now let's get started. First, I want to start with, have you seen, since we're going from horror, let's stick with it. Have you seen the new Foo Fighters horror movie called Studio 666?
I have seen that it exists in this world. I saw the movie poster. I started to play the trailer, and I was like, nope, I'm just going to straight have to play this. I'm just going to have to watch this movie. I can't.
Oh, I was going to show the trailer here. Now I feel
no, bad. Show it now. That's fine. You can show it now, but I was not going to do it on my own. I will be forced into it. That's fine. Let's do this.
I'm showing the short one though, so it'll be all right.
Okay.
All right. Let's get this started. Let's see what this looks like. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm gonna watch that.
That looks amazing. That's everything I want to see. That's going to be a bitchin' soundtrack. It looks like a bunch of people having fun. And I think that's the biggest thing, man. You can make an absolute piece of garbage, but if everyone's having a blast and you can get that off the screen, it makes it automatically enjoyable and entertaining. So I'm down.
I don't know who's directing it. I haven't looked too much into it, and I will once we get closer. But I have a feeling that this director, or at least the writer, was like friends with the Foo Fighters and was like, Dave, come on. Here's an idea I've got. And they have like Lionel. If you watch the extended full trailer, it's got like Lionel Richie in it and a bunch of other people. So you're like, they're just having all the fun.
Exactly. That's what it should be. Go absurd with it. I mean, you can have fun. It lends itself to it. Be silly.
Like there wasn't even a line in that one trailer I just showed. There's a full-on trailer you can go check out now. It's out there. Well, I'll check out.
I don't need it. That was all I needed. A trailer is just supposed to entice you to make you want to watch it. So I'm in.
100%. Yep, I agree. And so don't go watch it, you bastards. Well, let's jump right into
what we gave you, and that's enough.
So I found the other day. So I'm looking around. I'm really into this Morbius movie now that they've pushed it back, of course, for the 19th time. And I'm really into my speculations about. I think Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man is going to be in it. Okay. It takes place in his world. I really think they're setting this up for a Spider-Man visit. And
do you think they're trying to get Venom involved in this as well?
I do, but I don't think it's going to be Tom Hardy's Venom.
Really?
Yeah. Oh no, I really think that right now they're just going to get Spider-Man involved, but we do know Venom's going to be existent. We know that Michael Keaton's coming back as Adrian Toomes, but not the Adrian Toomes from the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be a vulture of that universe, which is kind of cool.
Oh, okay. All right, no, I dig that.
Well, let me show you this real quick. Pull it up for you.
Oh, isn't it the 2-year anniversary of the Morbius trailer as well?
Probably is. So I was surfing the other day on Google and I typed in the cast. And if you look at the cast here, right? I mean, you got, first of all, the movie just has what looks like a great cast all over, you know?
Holy cow.
Yeah, legit. I mean, there's just a lot of people. Even our buddy Jimmy Starr is in it.
I was going to say, is Jimmy Starr in it?
Jimmy Starr is in it, yeah. So, you know, you see all the people that are in it. And if you look, now this is like 2 or 3 days ago from when I reported it. We do get J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson in this.
As he should always be forever.
Absolutely. Now, there's a lot more people from the other day when I looked on here. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
But there's one person missing on here from the other day. And I have photographic proof that I'm not crazy. This is not a Mandela effect.
You going full Hardy Boys?
Full Hardy Boys, baby. So here I am the other day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Beware. So
here I am the other day. Wait.
I was on my phone. I was looking it up. That's where I was. I was looking at Morbius cast. And then you scroll down, and who is there?
You're in it?
No, I'm not in it. He's in it. I put my face there to say, like, this
well,
is
if you put your face in there, it's very confusing. It looks like you're saying you're in it.
All right, it kind of does. All right. I didn't give it much thought. I didn't give much thought to this. But
were you excited that Charlie Shotwell was in it?
No, but if you look back at the other thing, all these people are still in it. Jared Harris, so this is Morbius.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield is going to be in this. I'm telling you, it's going to be a thing.
Are you sure? Because if he's not in there now, maybe they took it away.
I think they took it away because too many of us awesome, geek, news guys,
detectives,
detectives.
I don't know.
We're reporting
online
on
geek detectives.
They noticed it in like a day, and because this was like Friday, I reported that on TikTok, and then like all of a sudden it was just like, now it's gone. Now it's gone by Sunday.
Look, man, at this point, this movie has been theoretically released for 2 years. So, I mean, they've done and changed so much, and they've played with so many different areas and probably trimmed and added and removed and swapped scenes. So at this point, I don't know what's going to come out of it. Like, we might get something that a la Ben-Hur. It might be a 17-hour epic that you have to take breaks from the days from the theater. I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be. It's got to be something special, though.
Like the 2.5-hour Spider-Man movie with all 3 Spider-Mans in it, I'm telling you, if I walk into a Morbius movie and it's like 2.5, 3 hours, I'm going to be pissed.
Yeah.
Just stop. They can't all be epics.
I want an hour and 52-minute runtime max. Like, for some reason, getting to that 2 hours at this point in my old body, I'm just like, God, screw you guys. Like,
I will say this. I am excited to see what's going to happen. I really think that a lot of it has started getting pushed off because as they were getting closer and closer to Spider-Man, I think they were like, all right, here's what we're going to do for Morbius. We're going to add some Andrew Garfield in there. We're going to turn this into a thing. We're going to spark this. And I think Morbius is going to be a way in for another Andrew Garfield movie.
I agree. And I think since they already have it shot and in the can and basically done, to add something to create an Andrew Garfield spin is definitely not going to hurt. I don't know if they've already had his Blade in this. Is Marshall Ali on there too?
No, because he's MCU. This is a completely different Sony universe. Right. So this really isn't going to play into the MCU as much. And that was like sort of the purpose of what they did with what's his name? No Way Home with Tom Holland was like, okay, we can keep working together. And they were like, fine, let's put all the Spider-Mans in this movie all the villains in this movie, but then at the end of the day, when they all go home, we get to make those movies, and you get to keep Tom Holland as your Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense.
So the movie made $900 billion. Not really, but you know what I mean.
A lot of money. They made a lot of money. And they're going to have a great make. Sony's going to do wonderful. Not worried about them.
And we're going to get Andrew Garfield back, who we like.
I like him. I'm a fan.
You know what, AJ? I would be down for that. I don't think we're going to see. And I was kind of hoping they would be touched down upon, that Norman Osborn would be in the movie. But I think he died in the other movie, didn't he? And then, so I doubt we're going to see it, because Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man didn't really talk about like Norman Osborn. And we got it because in his movie, Norman Osborn wasn't really anything to him other than Oscorp.
He was just a dude. He wasn't the Willem Dafoe best friend, father of the best friend there.
So, but going back to the MCU real quick, not real quick, let's just jump into it. So there's been a lot of issues with Wakanda Forever for a while now. Okay. And with Wakanda Forever, I mean, Letitia Wright, and I'm not getting into the political side of everything. I don't care right now. Letitia Wright is an anti-vaxxer. She's been very outspoken. There are no COVID restrictions on the set of Wakanda Forever, and I know that's putting a huge strain on people, because you can't force everybody else to live up to the restrictions, and she won't. You know what I mean?
When one of the stars of your fucking movie isn't going to do it, you're going to have, how many other people are going to say, what? That's not fair. Can't guide our decisions as well.
Yeah. So with all of that, I think they've been trying to make it work as best possible. There was talk about like she was fired, but then it was like reported she wasn't fired. She's still back on. There is a huge push online right now for everyone saying, please just recast T'Challa. Why can't you recast this character, but you can recast everyone else? The character means a lot to us, and as much as we love Chadwick, he shouldn't be the embodiment of the character. And I don't disagree with that.
You can always have you could recast. If you're going to recast the other characters, then recast him.
Yeah. I do want to go back to
recast other characters, don't recast him.
I agree. They did save his head, though, and a deleted scene was cryogenically frozen. But I really don't think they're going to touch back on that at all. I like Chris Cooper's a lot older than when they made those movies now. Like, if you see him, he's a lot older now. I don't think he's going to be playing Norman Osborn, but there's plenty. They got plenty coming, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But so with Wakanda Forever, to me, they already have. You've recast Rhodey, you've recast, countless people, and this is just the MCU we're talking about. I know a lot of people have been comparing it to, if you can have all these different Superman guys playing Superman, why can't we have more than one person play T'Challa?
Right.
I think a lot of it came down to people wanting to be respectful for the fact that the guy died.
Yeah.
And you can be respectful and recast. And I don't think that he would have a problem with that. I don't think he laid claim to, I'm the only T'Challa. You can't do it. He was a professional. He understands.
Yeah.
AJ says Hulk was recast. Very true.
That was a big one too. Now mind you, it was only the second MCU movie technically, but
yeah, and it was recast by two very different types of actors.
Yeah, that was not an Edward Norton. Mark Ruffalo was not an Ed Norton.
What's up, Radar? Thanks for joining in. So with this, I think they should recast T'Challa and keep it going. Now, I'm not saying they can't pass off to Shuri. I don't care about all that. Mm-hmm. Fine. But I think it is a royal lineage, and you can't just give it to anyone. But the big speculation right now is that Winston Duke got a huge pay bump for more time. And the big part about that is, will he become T'Challa? And now a lot of people are pissed because he's Man-Ape, and they want him to be Man-Ape.
Right. Yeah.
So, I really think it's a clusterfuck right now if you're not going to change things up. At this point, just recast, make your statement. And if by the end of Wakanda Forever, you want Shuri to be the new Black Panther, what she was in the comics. It's fine. Again, I have no problem with that. But recast, make your statement, make that claim. Like, all right, we have to move on. This character is timeless. It's been around for, for so long. Now we can't have one actor claim.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go Secret Invasion, and especially when you start introducing the Fantastic Four and potentially want to have the Illuminati on that side, you've got to have T'Challa. I mean, he is such an important counterpoint to the intelligence of these men like Bruce Banner and Reed Richards. And then you have to have the voice of fucking reason who looks in reality and goes, guys, you understand what you'll be affecting if you do that. Like, yes, you're very smart. It's a great idea. You murder half the population. That's what T'Challa always brings to the table, is that ultimate wisdom and that vision. So, not having that kind of voice, it's going to be difficult. I think they could totally do it. I think they could move on from the character. It's just a really great character, and it'd be nice to have it.
My biggest problem with the way T'Challa was portrayed when it comes to Chadwick Boseman, do not get me wrong, he was great. He was the best actor to get that role.
Oh, yeah, hands down. He was very hot-headed for T'Challa.
He was perfect for it. But at the same time, T'Challa is on par with as smart as Reed Richards and Hank Pym. And all in the comic books, like, these are the guys who are like the smartest of the smart. And he is like as smart, if not smarter than all of them.
With the foresight of what could happen on the bad side for all of it.
But now you take that out of it. Take all of that out. Just his strategic side, his genius level brain. Like, the level that they gave Tony Stark in the movies is like that. T'Challa in the comics surpasses that by like 1 billion. Like, he's already like way ahead. But I don't feel like they played that. Like, they played him as a great leader. They played him as a great strategist. They played him as fantastic king, but. And a Black Panther, but I don't think they laid into just how smart this guy was.
Yeah.
And what he could figure out. And I wish they did. If they do recast him, I hope they kind of go into that more. Yahya Abdul-Mateen 2, 100% would be a great actor to recast with.
Yeah,
I would have even said
fantastic.
I would have said Jonathan Majors, but I love him as Kang.
See, that's the thing. Jonathan Majors is already kind of got his foothold now, and I love him as Kang. I want so many versions of him. I'm so excited for that fucked up version of Jonathan Majors. He just does. He's such a good actor. I love seeing him come on screen.
Part of me would say like maybe Lakeith Stanfield or maybe Donald Glover, but I'm like, no, I need Atlanta season 4, 5, and 6 after 3. It's been 4 years and we're finally getting season 3. I want more.
Wow.
Please work on that for a little while. But technically can't be Donald Glover. Well, no, that's not true. They have recast actors in the MCU with actors that were already in the MCU. So you could do it.
You can do anything, man. If the story is good enough, you put it on screen and we will like it. But you just have to do it right. If you disrespect or if you make it shit, then you're going to hear about it from here to the end of eternity.
Oh, 100% agree. So, so I mean, with Wakanda Forever, hopefully we're going to see some fun things come up. But there's a lot going on, and there's been a lot of issues with that. So, just kind of got to wait and see. I'm
blown away by that. I mean, I think that's kind of stupid. I'm a little shocked that would be what is holding things up. You're literally putting just such a huge wrench. How long has that process taken now just because of that? And how many people are potentially spreading things because of that? Like, that's a bummer, man.
Yeah, it is. But, the
show will go on.
The show will go on. You're absolutely right, my friend. So getting into our next topic for tonight, I want to talk about the Batgirl outfit. Have you seen it?
Yeah, the picture. I saw the picture. I'm a huge fan of that.
I am too. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Classic look. I love it. There's somebody was mentioning the other day that there are 2 shadows, but I think it's this angel shadow that's right behind.
Oh, fair, yeah.
So
it's the classic colors. It's the Barbara Gordon purple and yellow.
Yep.
I mean, it's perfect. I'm a big fan. I'm super excited for this look.
But on top of that, it looks practical. Like she's going to go out and fight crime. Like, let's face facts. Like everybody, Batman has a great suit because Batman can afford a great suit.
Right.
Batgirl didn't have the means in the comics when she started, and she's not going to now. Now, we know that in the DCEU, this Batgirl is going to have Michael Keaton's Batman in it. So he's going to sort of mentor her as she goes on. I love that. I cannot wait and see what happens.
It's are they doing kind of like a Batman Beyond twist to it? Giving her instead of the young new Batman, they're giving him the young new Batgirl.
I don't think they're gonna. No, I don't think they're gonna do. I think if they're gonna do, if you try to Batman Beyond Batgirl, I think you're gonna have a lot of fans murder people.
Fair enough.
There's so many fans who want Batman Beyond that if you're gonna try, because Batgirl has such a rich history and rich background.
Yeah,
you don't need the Batman Beyond her.
She should have her own. She has always had plenty. I mean, Barbara Gordon was an awesome character in the animated series. She was one of my favorites. You know, when she was in a wheelchair, she winds up in a freaking wheelchair. She's fantastic. You know, I mean, they have a very rich storyline that they could do a lot of different things with. So I don't want them to do that. That doesn't mean that a Zack Snyder won't come along and decide that they can just change things or make some sort of weird pivotal difference that all of a sudden breaks the character to us, the fans.
Well, I don't think we have to worry about Zack Snyder. They're writing him off real fast. Have you heard about what they're doing?
No.
Okay. Awesome. I'm so good. I'm so glad I get to be the one to tell you. So the new Flash movie, as we know, is going to be a play on Flashpoint. So the Flashpoint paradox, for anybody who's watching, doesn't know, that's where the Flash goes back in time, saves his mother, comes back to what should be his present, and everything's different. We now have a world where Superman doesn't exist. You know, Thomas Wayne is Batman. Bruce Wayne got murdered in the alley that time, and Martha Wayne is the Joker. You have a ton of other things that kind of play out. You have a war between Wonder Woman and the Amazonians, and you versus Arthur Curry and the rest of the Atlanteans. Right. And it's this huge thing. So but how they're playing this one out is Michael Keaton's Batman's going to come into play. Okay. So you're going to have multiple Flashes step in. They're trying to fix things. There's going to be Supergirl. She's going to be a part of it. And we're going to finally get Michael Keaton's Batman to step in and help them and sort of mentor them around this, because he's going to have been a hero for a long time. Now, will we get the Wonder Woman Aquaman fight? You have an Aquaman and a Wonder Woman. I don't know why you shouldn't, but that would be awesome on an epic scale.
I think they can still bring them back. Those characters are perfect. Gal Gadot was fantastic.
They're not going anywhere.
Okay.
But Ben Affleck's Batman is going to be in the movie.
Okay.
But say goodbye, because his Batman, Henry Cavill's Superman, all going bye-bye. And Cyborg. Of course, we knew Cyborg because of all the issues that, that poor guy went through, a lot of abuse.
Man. I mean, it just sounds like Joss is a dick.
Well, they're all getting rid of, that's true, but they're all getting rid of anything really with the Zack Snyder world that he created.
Okay, gotcha.
And they're going to go forward, and supposedly by the end of this movie, which is a rumor, Supergirl, Shazam, Flash, and I think Batman are going to start a new Justice League and probably bring Wonder Woman and Aquaman into it.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah, no, this sounds like they're going in a much better direction. I'm excited to see if they'll probably have more color in the movies. That's going to be fun. So always a fan of that.
Well, they're going to do what they have to do to save their property without rebooting.
Well, yeah, because at this point, there's way too much time lost to try to reboot. I mean, it is a salvage game. And I know there are a lot of fans out there who have enjoyed a lot of the stuff. You're one that I know has enjoyed a good chunk of it. I am one who is not. And I've always been highly critical of the DC stuff. Live action, let me say, because animated, they're amazing. I love their animated properties. I think they crush Marvel in the animated side.
And
I'm
Batman,
excited to see this get better.
the Batman, the one that's coming out, has nothing to do with this. So they will continue to make Batman movies and have Batman in their movies. And I think that is a way to get, and listen, let's face facts. If we're losing Ben Affleck, who I liked, and I'm this is speculation now, but going back and how we were talking about how he would take off his cowl all the time. He was Batfleck the whole time.
Batfleck. That's not a funny thing. He did it. It happened.
But here's what I'm thinking. I don't think they ever let him portray Batman the way he wanted to.
I think they got close in the Snyder Cut, and I enjoyed it. I've said many times, and I will continue to say, the Snyder Cut redeemed Batfleck for me.
Yeah.
He was very difficult to deal with until the Snyder Cut. It came back around for me. It was much better. I could not deal with the Whedon whatever crap cut. That was awful.
Yeah, because remember, he was supposed to direct the Batman. So at one point, the Batman that is coming out was supposed to be his movie. And I think it was supposed to be similar, where there was a younger version of him and he was going to direct it and like in certain scenes be there and it would connect. But then he completely left and Matt Reeves took over. So, you know, I just don't think it was for him. According to reports, Ben Affleck is coming back to the MCU as Daredevil. Oh.
Yeah, I'd rather not see that. And I'm pretty sure Charlie Cox is our Daredevil from here to eternity, man. That will be the Matt Murdock that I will expect to see, because he crushed it. And I'm not going to say that Ben Affleck was terrible. That movie he was in was terrible. The Daredevil movie was god awful.
So
I could
bad.
not. Jennifer Garner's Elektra was painful.
Well, she is definitely not coming back.
I loved Michael Clarke Duncan's Kingpin. He was amazing. He was great.
I am excited to see. I'm sure AJ is speaking about with the new Doctor Strange 2, in the Multiverse of Madness. That's probably where he's coming back, because they're going to bring a lot in and out.
Right.
So it could be interesting to see him even for a few minutes there. But if he swings from a goddamn ceiling fan, I'm out. AJ also says the DCEU is suffering from multiple personalities. They have no clue who they are. They're just throwing everything against the wall and seeing what sticks. But the big reason for that is they don't have a Kevin Feige. Now, I'm not saying that as you should just hire Kevin Feige. No. You need to have one person who oversees and directs everybody where to go. And they don't have that. DC in the comics world doesn't have that. You have Greg Berlanti running around with the TV, who has enough issues of his own going on with like scandals and stuff. Then you have Jim Lee, who I don't even know if he's still running the comics.
I don't think he does. I think they split the comic books line in two again. Like they re-split the line. So Jim Lee's in charge of like one side, but he might not even be there anymore, honestly.
Well, it's Jim Lee and I forgot the other dude's name. He's so freaking well known, and I don't know why I can't think of it. Yeah, Jim Lee is comic artist, writer, and publisher. He's currently publisher and chief creative officer of DC Comics.
Okay. So he's still a top man. But one of the things that I struggle with DC was ever since they did the reboot of the New 52, like they had screwed themselves in so many storylines. And then the New 52 reboot came out, and I started picking up like Villains United and a whole bunch of random books because I just wanted to see how they were doing, what they were putting out. The new Suicide Squad under New 52. And they've rebooted New 52 twice again since now. So it's like New 52, New 52 0. And then because they already screwed themselves with too many interlacing storylines. They can't seem to get it right. And that's always been one of my struggles with them. Is I don't like how they try to intertwine things, but then they're allowed to have 7 different optional story arcs that may or may not play into these other Justice League stories, that may or may not play into these other world stories. It's just too fucking much. At least now I know, like with Marvel, my X-Men are going to work with my X-Men. And if they tell you they got another storyline going, guess what? It's probably another X-Men book. And you only have to buy like 4, and then you got the whole story.
Well, a lot of it, I think, was because they didn't want to end in the comics in DC. Yeah, you wanted to start the New 52. You want to have all these new versions of the characters. But how do you get rid of Action Comics? How do you get rid of Detective Comics that have been around since the beginning? You can't. So they continue those storylines and they say, okay, we're going to do that. And you're right. If you're going to make a clean break, you got to make a clean break. You can't have both versions. And then down the line, have this brand new thing that brings them all together anyway. It just doesn't work. And now I don't blame DC 100% because they had to deal with a lot of stuff like the Superman rights issue at the time, where it reverted back and like certain aspects of Superman had to be changed kind of going forward and things like that. So, and then it kind of worked itself out. So it's a pain in the ass. But
it is. And as far as trying to follow that character anymore, it's just become more difficult. It's really what it comes down to. It became spending way more money and way more difficult to follow a character that I wasn't happy with the storyline after 8 issues. I'm not going to keep going.
Yeah, 100%. CW being sold. You have HBO Max World with their heroes and villains, and then big screen stuff. Too much. That's the thing that bugs me. Even like the way Marvel did their TV versus their movies, it still took place in the same world. I can't believe we're still having the argument of whether Charlie Cox's Daredevil and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin are the actual from the TV show. Yes.
Of course they are. We know that. Yes.
But clearly you can't have Kingpin bloodily destroying people the way in Hawkeye, the way he did in this gritty version of Daredevil. And you're not going to be able to have that with Matt Murdock either. And I'm fine with that. You don't. Disney Plus isn't going to allow for it, but at least we still have the same characters. There's a connection. DC never did that. They did connect the TV show or the TV run when they did Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Right,
and
right.
The Flash version from the movie met the Flash version from the TV show. Mm-hmm. It was a fan service thing. Great. Multiverse exists. That's what's going on. But when you disconnect it, finally, they're starting to connect their TV shows to their movies. And we see that in Peacemaker, which we're going to get into. And we're going to see that in Batgirl, which is going to have Michael Keaton be a part of it and things like that. But there's so much division in all of their entities that you guys own all of it. Like Marvel and Sony are making it work.
They're the parents, they're the divorced parents figuring out how to make their love child, like how to be like, no, we can do this. We can co-parent. They're doing a great job. For some reason, DC has been so distant that the different departments have all fought each other for so long that it feels like they have no idea how to actually work together. So now they always try to, 5 or 6 seasons into a show, try to bring it into the universe now. And it's like, well, how can you take your new established world and bring it into our established world? Like nobody talks to and tries to figure this out ahead of time.
Whereas all you had to do was Green Arrow or Arrow, whatever the hell's name was.
Arrow, Stephen Amell. Hey, we both love Stephen Amell.
No, I love Stephen Amell. I couldn't think of Arrow. Green Arrow. I like the first 4 seasons.
Yep.
All you had to do was make your Batman versus Superman movie, and then on Arrow in Star City, he turns on the TV and he sees there's destruction in Metropolis.
Yep, that's literally it.
And he's like, I got to deal with shit here. Mm-hmm. He's too busy here.
But what a great way to introduce the world and get to know people.
Yeah. I think Disney Plus, I thought they wanted a dark section for their content. I mean, Falcon and Winter Soldier, John Walker pummeled someone with the shield. Yeah, and I think that's as dark as we'll get. And
yeah, I don't think we'll see the Punisher coming out and like smoking people left and right. We might get a Punisher, but he might have more of the trick guns. Remember that he had in the comic book that he had the neck gun and those kind of things. So
I think we'll get if we got a Punisher TV show or a Punisher showing up, he'll murder people. But yeah, you're right. I don't think it's going to be on the same level as the TV show on Netflix.
No.
But it's going to be some off-screen stuff. Like, you can do fighting that looks gritty, a la, like AJ says, Falcon and Winter Soldier, that looks gritty and looks tough and looks hard, and it looks badass, but isn't... You can do that hallway scene from Daredevil. You can do that epic hallway scene from Daredevil
you can do the rooftop fight scene between him and Daredevil. You're just not going to have as much blood
but
pouring out of their wounds.
With less blood, with less bone cracking, so you take some sound effects and some visual effects out, and that's it. He hits them, they go down. Maybe another guy comes up. You just add more guys. You can do it, but it's not going to be as rough, and that's okay with me. I'm fine with it because we get them in the MCU.
That's really all that matters. And they even with, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Cloak and Dagger. I'm trying to think of more of the offshoots that weren't all running on, Netflix or the other grittier shows. Even those shows, they still kept them in the universe. We get Lady Sif is one of the big cameos on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or in
Runaways.
Runaways. Runaways is a great example. Yeah.
So I mean, they all exist, and it can happen, and it goes on forward. And
just by like you said, just by a TV clip. That's all it is. Just some little thing, throwaway little 20-second scene that just makes me go, "Oh, I recognize where they are, and they know where we are." Okay, cool.
Well, I want to kind of move into, because we're running long on time, but I want to cover Peacemaker real quick. But here's the thing, everybody. We're not going to get too in-depth with Peacemaker because our buddy Jordan Hoffey wants to do a special with us where we talk about the first 3 episodes, and we're going to do that and record it and get it up very soon this week. But, you just finished watching it today.
I did.
And I want to get your thoughts on it.
Okay. From a, let's say, high level, from just a wide open view, the first 3 episodes brought me a character that I love, that I have fallen for, along with a group of characters that are a hodgepodge mix of absurdity. This is just a ridiculous group. I love the cuttingness, how everyone's just a little shitty. It's very biting, which is a lot of fun. It's kept itself open to whatever the story is going to unfold. I'm super excited for. I love as AJ mentions, he loves Vigilante. I love Vigilante. The knockoff Deadpool is fantastic. Like, a lot of these characters are just very fun. James Gunn did a great job as always, writing and directing this. More importantly, it's got an 80s glam metal soundtrack. Yeah. So that's what you're giving me. Is Cinderella, and I mean, Cupid was one of them. Like, just fantastic. And I also would insist that any woman that ever wants to go on a date with me, don't watch this, because John Cena's package, I'm never going to be near that.
That's not
never anywhere near that. Look at that man.
He's got a brachiosaurus arm in his pants.
Seriously, that thing has got to be huge.
No wonder in Suicide Squad and this, he was like straight up like, I just want to wear tighty whities. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. If I look like you,
I would too.
That's
if
like
I
a dude
that much
who
bratwurst sitting down there. I mean, that looks like a fucking bovine small intestine. Like, it's huge.
Yeah. I did laugh when he killed her and then stole her shit.
Yeah.
Like, what? He's just robbing her.
I noticed how
horrible.
It is beautiful too that as a character, I do want to make point that John Cena has made the effort to give this character no athletic ability. For being an absolute monster, just jack shit hot big dude, that's all he is. He can't fall. He barely is able to jump. It's really good. They did it. His character choices here were fantastic. And we get to wind up following this sweethearted individual who is motivated by trying to obtain the love of his absolute piece of shit father, played by Robert Patrick, in just probably his most horrific role I've ever seen him in. Like, I was kind of grossed out. It's hard how grossed out I was by him.
And I'm looking forward to talking to Jordan about it more, because Jordan's like a comic book guru, so we love having him. But
genius.
To kind of get, and I'm going to ask him more about this, but like White Dragon, who is Robert Patrick's character, was not Peacemaker's father. I want to say his name was like Will Hell or something like that, William Hell or something like that. And he like had a tie to the Suicide Squad back in the day, but I forget what it was. Like, I don't even know. I know he was tied to Suicide Squad in some weird way. But then you have, my lights are flickering. So if I go out, guys,
see that. Watch out, buddy.
we'll see what happens. That will not be good because there is a lot of snow on the ground outside.
Yeah, no, we have a legit ice storm out here. Like it's not snow. This is an ice storm. It was a snowstorm for the first 6 inches, and now it's a layer of ice.
Yep.
So this is a lot of fun. Really exciting. Hopefully we don't lose power.
Yeah. Oh God, no, please. So I will tell you real quick before I die. No, so with that, I remember in the comics, I think Peacemaker is like haunted by his father's ghost.
Okay.
So I don't think his father's alive in the comics. I think he's a legit ghost that just haunts Peacemaker, and that's why he's
cool. He's got like a Hamlet thing going on.
That's something like that. So, but I don't know much about who his father was. He might have been a piece of shit or not. I'll have to ask Jordan. But so White Dragon is not his father. So it's kind of cool that they played that and put it together, and kept him alive. It's going to be an interesting dynamic. The first 3 episodes have thrown out a consortium of what the fuck.
Yep. All enjoyable, all funny, all really good tie-ins, and everything is fast. I love the pacing of this show.
Yeah, 100%. But they do a great job, and I can't wait to get more in depth with it. So everybody be sure to look out for that when it comes out. I think we're going to do one for the first 3 episodes, and then we're going to do another one after the season's over.
I love it. I'm so excited. I love talking to Jordan too. He's fantastic.
He is amazing. So we talked about. Let's talk. So Moon Knight had a teaser come out. Moon Knight, now if you guys don't know, is an MCU hero who is insane. He suffers multiple personality disorder. He's very violent. I don't know how they're going to get around that. We were talking about violence with the Punisher. Moon Knight is like way worse.
Well, you can be violent without bloody.
Yeah, but like in the comics, he's like way bloodier.
Oh yeah, I mean he stabs everyone. He's like Deadpool, but way more. I don't know. He's OCD.
He's just crazy. He's like Deadpool's crazy too, but Deadpool is like aware crazy. Like Deadpool is aware of the fourth wall. He knows he's a comic book, so like he just does what he does, and he's the voices in his head. But Moon Knight is like
crazy.
He's still figuring it out, man.
He doesn't know he's crazy.
He knows. So like at this point, you have to know if you wake up in a white suit with blood all over it. But you just don't know the level to which you're crazy.
Yeah, fair. It's almost like Primal Fear, Ed Norton again.
Oh my, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
If he really was crazy, or is he really crazy?
We're not ruining that for you. Where is it? Okay, so I'm gonna play the teaser trailer for you guys who haven't seen it.
This Monday, don't miss the world trailer premiere. There's chaos in you. Of Marvel Studios' Moon Knight this Monday during the NFL Super Wildcard Game.
Yeah, so there's a lot of supernatural
I can't tell the difference
entities here.
between my waking life and dreams.
The voice.
Why'd you say that name?
It devours you.
Moon Knight.
I am very excited for that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's Oscar Isaac, who I love, and I'm already excited for him. And Ethan Hawke. Come on. Ethan Hawke is slowly working his way to be Willem Dafoe for me. Willem Dafoe will be like Ethan Hawke, when I'm 70, I'll talk about Ethan Hawke the way my parents talk about Willem Dafoe.
I take that. I like that. Yeah, and it's well deserved when we do.
Because they're incredible, wonderful actors.
I'm so hoping we see Blade make a cameo if the Ethan Hawke rumors are true. What's the Ethan Hawke rumors?
I thought I just saw Ethan Hawke.
He's in it.
Yeah.
But who's he playing? I don't even know who's playing.
Oh.
So what do you got for me, buddy? I missed that one.
Breaking now at Geek Fest Live.
Coming together. I'm gonna look up his character name and see who he's playing, because I would love to see Blade pop up. He has to pop up soon. Let's be real. Yeah, so Ethan Hawke doesn't even have a character name.
Well, apparently AJ gave him one. Do you see in the comments?
Really?
So apparently, according to AJ here, hot take, that Ethan Hawke will be playing Dracula in Moon Knight.
That would be amazing. That would be
Right?
really awesome. Oh man, I hope Blade shows up, because Dracula is who in the comics who gave Blade his Daywalker abilities.
Oh wow!
It wasn't the half vampire, half human hybrid. It was Dracula. Is where he got it from. That's I hope so.
I would be excited for that. I'd be totally hip to that.
And that would be exciting, man.
And you keep Moon Knight on the supernatural side as well, because I mean, if Marvel's so good about, yes, everything is in one lived world and experience, but there are facets and different groups that get together. There's the magic that is just magic. There's also you have your supernatural, where the vampire, your Dracula, your monsters. So that would be cool if they play that this way.
And you need that dark Avengers sort of thing. Like, and I know they're not the Dark Avengers. Everybody don't freak out. I know who the Dark Avengers are. I'm just saying you need that dark, almost like the Dark Justice League. That element of like Blade, Black Knight, Moon Knight. You get some really cool supernatural characters in there. And it'll be a lot of fun to see them. Remember, we have The Werewolf by Night coming out later this year. I'm in.
Interesting. Yeah.
We're going to have a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah, there's a ton of fun stuff. Moon Knight's going to be great. One of the things that I do want to throw out real quick that was not on our topic list, and I just want to give a big love to one of my favorite geekdoms that has finished its TV run, The Expanse, completed its last episode. And my friend, I just want to give a big shout out and thank you to everyone who was a part of that television show experience, because man, by far, that is one of my tops. Nut to butt all the way through. Was a fantastic series, fantastic show, had a great run. Everything was strong about it. And it's one of the few shows that I've seen that really stuck the landing.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to check it out.
Deserving of a full rewatch as of this now. It is so worth it.
Nice. Okay. Very cool. All right. Well, Expanse is wrapped up. I think that's a good point. One question I have before we start wrapping up, Case. In Doctor Strange to the Multiverse of Madness, they're talking about a lot of characters returning.
Yes.
That potential and a potential for variants, like they've talked about Tony Stark variant played by Tom Cruise and everything. So everything is rumor, everything is speculation. Who would you most like to show up from any sort of Marvel entity on screen?
Are you ready for this? I want Luke Hemsworth next to Chris Hemsworth.
But why?
Because that'd be hilarious having the brothers there.
No, or was it characters, not an actor?
Well, no, don't you remember Matt Damon's when the Loki
that was Liam.
The players? Was that Liam Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Or was it Luke? It was one of the L's.
But there's only the two. So
well, which one was in the
was in Thor: The Dark World? When he's doing the play, right?
Yeah, it was the one from the robot show, Westworld.
I don't remember which one that is.
There's the other one.
Liam.
Roll a dice. Which one was dating Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus. Pretty sure that was Liam. Yep.
No. Go back. Dig deeper. I don't want that one. I want like a character from any Marvel live action entity. Who would you like to see show up?
In the new Strange movie, which one do I want?
Yeah.
That's hard. It'd be cool if they did a young Hank Pym.
Yeah, it would be cool.
I think I'd be fun with that, or a young Wasp. CGI up a young Michelle Pfeiffer, or just have someone in the Wasp outfit with her voice.
Today's news was they just added 2 big cameos, Doctor Strange 2. Do you know the cameos, AJ? Did you hear who it was? I haven't looked it up today.
I mean, we're getting so many, man. It's just going to be nonstop.
Yeah, but AJ knows his stuff. So
AJ does know his stuff.
So that'll be interesting. So, but before we get there, I just want to say thanks for everybody for watching.
Hold on, who do you want? You don't throw that at me without you giving one. Come on, no. See, look at your
All right.
face.
If
Not
you
so
want to be
easy.
real,
Huh?
if you want to be real,
yeah, come on.
Hugh Jackman. I want Wolverine in. Even if it's short-lived, I
Whoa,
want to see
whoa,
him.
whoa! You said MCU. You didn't say shit about X-Men from the Fox universe.
Touche. Sorry, you're right. I didn't. You're right.
That's bullcrap.
When I said MCU,
if that's
I
where
meant
you want.
all right. I said I'm sorry. Any Marvel character from live action. Sorry.
Fassbender's Magneto.
That'd be cool. That would be cool.
That's what I want. I want
not Ian McKellen.
Fassbender's Magneto. Huh?
Not Ian McKellen?
I mean, they gave. I'm going to be honest, man. I think that Ian McKellen and Sir Patrick Stewart, the gentlemen, received such a good send off with. Oh my gosh, Future Past.
Logan.
Days of Future Past. And Logan, obviously, for Sir Pat. So yeah, I'm good. I'm good with them. I love Fassbender and James McAvoy's takes, and I want to see the older versions of them.
Yeah.
Not elderly, but still older, when they're in their prime.
There's a lot of talk about Jean Grey fighting what do you call it? Jean Grey fighting Wanda.
Oh, I'd be cool with that. I'd be all right. I don't know. I mean, are you thinking, is it going to be J-Laws? Oh, wait. No. Who is it? Sophie Turner.
So it's got to be. Well, they're talking about it being a 90s version of Jean Grey. So to me, but they are talking about Patrick Stewart showing up. And
then give me Famke Janssen. I'll take Famke Janssen. She's amazing.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be a 90s version. So I think it's going to be Sophie Turner because she's closer in age to Elizabeth Olsen. And then you get that fight aspect to it, which would be really interesting. And it's going to be an alternate universe. So you can have Sir Patrick Stewart aged down or whatever in it. We'll see what happens. But I think that would be because Wanda is supposedly going to be the bad guy of this movie.
Right. Yeah.
They're playing it up differently, but she's supposedly going to be the bad guy. But will be interesting to see what they got. But I'd really like to see Hugh Jackman's Wolverine come in.
I would too. I would almost rather see him in Deadpool, though.
I would. Oh, actually, Deadpool is rumored too.
I saw that. Yes, I'm super excited for him. I would love to see him in Ms. Marvel more, because they're the Marvels or whatever they're calling him. Because I just would love Kamala Khan to just smack him against the wall. They
are going to be making a World War Hulk movie.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
Yeah, they're making a World War Hulk movie.
Ooh.
Not a lot of information that's out about it. Once we get there, we'll be able to touch down on it more. But if they do it, it would be kind of cool to have Wolverine at least introduced so we can get a fight.
Mm-hmm. That's what I want, man. That would be great.
But here's from my understanding, a rumor that came out maybe a week ago that I think would be really cool, and I'm going to see how you feel about it. You're going to get one world where Doctor Strange is kind of taken prisoner by an Illuminati-run world where they also run Ultron.
Ooh.
Supposedly you're going to have Sir Pat being Professor X. You're going to have supposedly Tom Cruise as the variant of Iron Man. Mm-hmm. It'd be a good time to introduce Submariner Namor. Yep. You're going to have a few different people popping in to play the Illuminati. Reed Richards, Ian Gruffeld.
Oh, good, because I love Ian Gruffeld. I want his Reed Richards, man.
Just for this part, and they're going to get into a big fight, and this is where Wanda is going to fight Jean Grey, and it's going to turn into this whole big fight. And then supposedly by the end of it, what breaks up this whole brawl is Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider comes in and he's super powered and just blows it out of the water. I'm in, man. I'm in if it happens.
I'm in for it as well. Nick Cage is fine. I liked Nick Cage's Ghost Rider. I didn't like the movies. The second movie, I should say. The second movie I didn't like. The first one was fine. The first one is enjoyable. It's not great. It's a Nick Cage movie where he plays Ghost Rider. I don't know what more you want. All right.
I didn't like that first one.
The first one was fine. The second one was a little too ham-fisted. And then they went over OP where he's turning everything into flaming machinery. And I'm like, all right.
Fair. Come on. You can do it. We need to pay off for Deadpool's time travel hijinks at the end of part 2. It would be great if he got arrested by the TVA.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Oh,
And he's just like, he's trying to trick his way out of it with Loki. Edward Norton as Maestro Hulk, that'd be cool.
that would be cool. I would really dig the Maestro Hulk. And I think Ed Norton would play that perfectly.
We'll see if Ed Norton can come back to the role, because I know Marvel left a bad taste in his mouth, but he's also kind of an asshole. So, from what I hear.
I mean, I don't know the guy personally, so I can't speak to anything, and I never saw those contracts. So
it's fair. Fair. We'll go there. All right, everybody. It is Sunday night. I'm going to have to wake up early and get some snow shoveled. So I'm going to call it a night here on Geek Fest Live. Thank you to my awesome compatriot, Kese Props, for joining me.
Pleasure is always my friend. Thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute pleasure. Thanks for hanging out with everybody. Be kind to each other.
Yes. Thank you, guys. Everybody. So every Sunday night at 10 p.m., you can check out Geek Fest Live. But next Sunday, maybe I'll do a Monday show, but like next Sunday, I have to call it off. I am hosting Sunday Scares on Twitter, which is a live tweet along where I'm choosing 2 movies, horror movies, double feature to watch. So it kind of takes place 8 p.m. as the first movie, 10 p.m. as the second movie. If you guys are interested in joining in, you just have to use hashtag Sunday Scares, and you can join in with us, and I will be hosting. So we will not have an episode next Sunday night, but maybe I'll do something on Monday. We'll figure it out. Just listen to the end credits roll, and you'll know where to go and what to do. So until next time, I'm McManhattan Scene Snob, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel, or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate debate show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest Live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters, with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.